And joining me to talk about other parents groups that are doing the same thing around the country and how you can become one of those parents groups is Meg Kilgannon. She's a senior fellow for education studies here at Family Research Council. Meg, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Joseph. It's great to be with you.
It's good to see you again. You just heard what's happening in North Carolina. Tell us about some of the resources out there for parents who may be watching that story. They've heard similar stories all over the country. They're concerned about what's going on in their child's school. Where can they go to do something?
Well, the great thing about what Tammy just explained to you and she just discussed is the fact that in North Carolina, they have the lieutenant governor also on their side who is standing up for parents, who is adding a great deal of credibility to this issue and elevating it to the degree that it's getting attention. And so when that happens, other people around the country also notice. So my gratitude to the parents in Wake County who made this report to the sheriff, and I wish them all the best in their efforts. And I'm also grateful to the library, the public library that removed the book from the shelves. And we of course want to challenge the school libraries to follow suit. We had a similar situation in Fairfax County where the same book was, Fairfax County, Virginia, where the same book was objected to. And the committee unanimously reviewed it and unanimously decided to keep it on the shelves in Fairfax County, just like Wake County is keeping it on the shelves of the libraries and the schools there. So there's plenty of work for parents to do. They should band together.
Meg?
Yes.
I want to jump in on that real quickly because we covered in the last story the fact that the public library removed it from their shelves. They determined that it was not appropriate for the public library. Why is it that school boards are determining they want it for their kids, but the public library is saying, nah, this isn't right?
Well, it's because of that little tidbit at the end of the interview with Tammy where she talked about the obscenity exemption for schools. Because the school can claim that there is an artistic, educational, or scientific value to the work, they can put it on the shelf. And so that's what happened in Fairfax. They used that exemption to keep that book in the schools in Fairfax County because they deemed it to have artistic or scientific or some sort of educational value. When what it is exactly what Lieutenant Governor Robinson characterized it as. It's filth. It's not educational. So it's very encouraging that the library, which is for adults and children, the public library in North Carolina would remove it from the shelves and can recognize obscenity when they see it. And it's very disturbing that people who are charged with this responsibility over children in our communities can't make that same distinction. We need to have more parents involved in the process, and that's why we're so excited that so many people are offering to run for school board and are working to serve their communities, and that parents, like the parents group in Wake County that joined together and made this effort. This is a very creative way of trying to get this material removed. I mean, we can't describe on this radio show, Joseph, what is in the pictures that we're talking about that are so objectionable, because it's not appropriate for anyone to hear about, but it's in the school library.
But apparently some school boards think it is artistic or some such thing. Now, if you happen to be a parent in Wake County or Fairfax County, where the wisdom of the school board is that this should remain available to our students, what recourse do parents have?
Well, you can always contact us at schools@frcaction.org. We'd love to hear from you there about any sort of information you have, and we can put you in touch with other parents in your community who are working on this. We also have draft model resolutions about obscenity exemptions that we can send your way. The state laws vary across the 50 states and in individual communities, so you're going to have to, tweak them for your area. But there is a tremendous pushback against this nationally, and we are very happy to partner and help in any way that we can to empower parents. They already have the power, but to help them do this work in their community on behalf of all children.
So if there's a parent watching who doesn't know what is in their school library, but wants to make sure that their children aren't being exposed to this stuff, what's step number one for them to take?
Well, if you're in a community that has a library card catalog that is online, you can, using your child's account, search the library and look for these titles. And you could use the document that Tammy talked about that's available from Wake County examples. You could see if any of those 100 books are in your library, just for starters. And if they are, you could then petition your school board member, your school board, or just go to your school's librarian and ask them why they feel these books are appropriate. And I would say to be polite, to be genuinely seeking information and genuinely seeking, an exchange of ideas in that encounter. Don't be overly accusatory in the beginning, even though you might be very angry, rightfully so, about what's going on. Be polite, be persistent, and speak with the passion you feel about the need to protect childhood innocence and to remove these objectionable materials from the library.
And know that you are not the only one doing that. Meg Kilgannon, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Merry Christmas.